What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man Chazz Ellis once again answering the questions that you ask me. Um, First, before I say anything, I want to tell everybody, hit me up on Ask Chazz Ellis on Facebook if you have any questions. That's where they get answered. Some of y'all still doing the YouTube one, and you probably like, Chaz ain't even answer my question. I don't even know what's wrong with him. I'm over here giving him questions, and I watch all his videos, and he ain't even answer nothing. And I've been sending him questions for a month or two right now, and I don't even understand him. I can't stand him. Look, if you would have went on Facebook, on Ask Chazz Ellis on Facebook, you already would have got your question answered a long time ago. So, hit that up. I'm putting it at the beginning of the videos now because I know some people will get on and wait to the end. You hear the last couple things, you're like, alright, I heard enough. Boop. And then you miss the information and then you don't know. Also, make sure you subscribe because some of y'all hit me up talking about, yo, let me know when you put the video out about whatever my question was. You know how many people asking me a question? Yeah, I'm going to go remember to give you a heads up that the video came out. If you would subscribe, you would know when the video came out because it would come up. It would be like, boop, right here in your face. Video just came out. So make sure you do that. All right. A question I get a lot is about something that I say. I tell women, do not have sex with a dude until you feel you have a solid relationship. People constantly say, well, a lot of guys get scared off if you do that. Other people will be like, yo, man, shoot, you can't trade sex for a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be in a relationship with you. You're not just going to hold out on me and trying to get a relationship. And you know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You cannot trade sex for a relationship. That's not the point. You don't hold out because of someone else. You're not trying to... See, a lot of dudes got you twisted. Like, I don't want to talk about nobody specifically or anything. A lot of guys got you twisted and made you believe that you're holding the booty hostage to get something. Well, the United States has a policy of not negotiating with terrorists. So, it's because if somebody's holding something hostage, you can't really negotiate with them because they're just going to do it again. So, what it is guys don't do that. Guys are not going to negotiate with you to get the booty. It's not about that. The reason why you hold out until you're in a relationship is for you. So you're not operating at a handicap. Now, any guy with any game out there knows this. The first thing you try to do, and I'm giving up a little something here. Y'all fellas don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. But it's hard for me to even do. But a trade secret with every dude that you know right off top, if you have any game whatsoever, is the first one to the booty wins. What do I mean by that? See, when you have sex with a woman, it switches the dynamic, the balance of power. If you're talking to a chick for like 3 or 4 months and you haven't hit it, that means that you're emotionally invested now in trying to get that. Not only that, but now you become emotionally invested in her because you got to know her while you still had hitting it at stake. So what does that do? That puts you in a position as a man where you have to kind of give her the benefit of the doubt a little bit. You know, you can't just dismiss her over the smallest little thing because you already put all this time in. That's something that a lot of people don't know. But also, a dude with game knows this. When you hit it, it puts the girl in a position where now she wants to make sure you don't drop her. Like, okay, you just smashed. If you drop me, that devalues me and make me feel bad about myself. We know that. So if you hit it real quick, like if I can get it in the first day or two, that means that now I'm in charge because you don't want me to stop calling you because it's going to make you feel bad. You're going to be like, dang, all he wanted to do was hit. So as a woman, when you let guys hit too quick and they're not in a relationship or anything like that, what you've done is you've emotionally committed yourself to somebody who's not committed to you. Now you're operating from a position of weakness. Now you're operating from a position of fear and desperation. This is the type of thing did you ever think about this? You wasn't trying to call him every second before he smashed. Fellas, you can't deny this. When you hit it, a girl's always on edge about you wanting to call. What happened? Are you okay? They always on edge. They may not have been that before. They may not have, they might not even cared whether or not you called them. But once you smash, everything changes. That's why dudes want to hit so bad, because it changes the dynamic. It changes the balance of power. It's not about whether or not we respect you. A guy can respect you the same after smashing on the first date as he could if you waited 2 years. He really can. Respect is about more than just that. It don't have nothing to do with it. It's about the balance of power. It's about what it does to you when we hit it early. When we hit it without a relationship, now you're campaigning for a relationship. We already hit. You see what I'm saying? We already hit. Now you're campaigning for a relationship because you don't want it to end that way. You don't want to feel like dude just smashed and never called me again. Nobody wants that. I don't care who you are. You have to have some real low self-esteem to be cool with that. And most people are not. They ain't like, okay, somebody's going to smash and never call me again. So that gives the guy a certain amount of power, and we know it. So that's why I tell you to hold out. Because it just keeps you in a situation where you can still think. Where you're not desperate. Where you're not fearful of the guy just dumping you. Where you're not like, I gave something away and now I can't get that back. It just keeps you in a situation where you're saying, hey, make a decision. And then this is what I'll do. Not, okay, I'm giving you this, I'm giving you this, I'm giving you this. Okay, well, are you going to want to be in a relationship with me now or not? It's just giving him all the power. He's in a situation where he's like, I already smashed. So that's another thing a lot of women don't understand. And I tell dudes this all the time, man. Because look, I give counter advice depending on your situation. I tell dudes this all the time. If you feel like a girl is playing you, make sure you're going to hit it right off. Because it just changes the balance of power in the way you feel about things. If you're in a situation with a girl, or if a guy's in a situation with a girl, and he's been taking her out, he's been doing stuff with her and stuff like that, and she doesn't let him hit, and she stops talking to him, she's usually going to be in a situation where she can just come right back anytime she feels like it. She's usually going to be in a situation where she can just kind of play the dude off, kind of whatever way she feels like it. Why? Because he invested and he didn't hit. So he kind of feels like he got left high and dry. It's kind of like when you're a chick and you let a dude smash and he doesn't call you anymore. You wouldn't have felt so bad if you'd have went on that date and he didn't call you. But since you let him hit, it's like, dang, I mean, he just really got over on me. Another aspect of it, I'm going to say this in the nicest way. No, I'm not. I'm just going to tell you straight out. This is how men think. It's not our fault. Don't get mad. Like, men are such jerks. Y'all have y'all way of thinking too. It's really the opposite of this, and that's why it works. Most of the time, a lot of women say, oh, he just used me for sex, and that was it. As soon as he hit it, he just flipped the game up. Well, here's what happens. When we meet you, most of the time, we may like you as a person. We may think you're a cool chick. But we're trying to smash, too. That's always a big part of it. So, what happens is, the longer you make us wait, the more we have to get to know you. We have no choice. Because pretty much if you're like, yo, come over to my house and let's hang out, let's go to a game or whatever, we kind of have to do those things if sleeping with you is valuable enough to us. If we like, because you understand, it tells you also how much we like you. Because if we like you enough, we're going to go to dinner. We're going to hang out with you. We're going to spend time around you. Because we like you. So the more we like you, the more time we're going to be willing to spend. Of course, there's a cutoff to everything. But the more we like you, the more time we're going to be willing to spend. And the more time we get to spend with you, it's not about, like I said, it's not about a negotiation. It's not about a barter system. It's about that guy getting to know you as more than just a sex partner. because now he becomes invested in you as a person and not just the sex. Like, you know what? I was chilling with this chick and she made me some dinner and that dinner was good. He never would have had that dinner if you would have smashed on the first date. He would have just hit it and probably stopped calling you. Because you would have... Okay, anyway. You make that dinner. He's like, that dinner's good. Oh, she's a cool person. She's cool to talk to. But after we smash... This is something a lot of women don't know about men. After we smash, we get the most clarity about you. Now it becomes about everything that's wrong with you. Have you ever noticed that a woman can get to know a man and start liking him more as time goes on? Like, oh man, I didn't know this about him. A lot of women are going to get mad at this, but this is deep down in the heart of men. Normally, as we get to know you, it's not necessarily that we like you less, but it's that we always find out more bad things about you. Usually, all the good things you find out about a woman are right up front. It's true. And then as time goes on, you find out more about their past, and these are things that would kind of be a little bit of a turnoff. It's pretty much across the board with almost all chicks. But what happens is, if he didn't sleep with you before, he got to know all of those good things about you and some of the bad things, and he let those go because he still wanted, you know, he was invested. He didn't smash yet, so he was invested. What is he going to do? You see what I'm saying? He's not going to just leave like, I've already spent this time, I've already spent this money, and she told me something bad about her, so I'm just going to jet. He's not going to do that. He's going to hang around most of the time. And when he does, he gets to know you, he processes that, and goes, you know what, it's not that big of a deal. A lot of times, that's how you end up with somebody. But when a dude smashes on the first date, and you told him all the good stuff about you on that first date or two, he smashes, now he starts finding bad stuff out about you. He's not invested because he's already hit it. He's like, you know what, I found that out about her. I don't want to talk to her no more. I know some dudes is mad because they're like, man, what you doing? You giving up the game. A lot of people not going to listen to me anyway. Don't get mad. Don't worry about it. Some women will listen to me and okay. But a lot of them not going to, so don't get mad. But that's what happens. It's easier for us to throw you in the garbage after we smashed than it is before. Why? Because we're invested and we haven't gotten a return yet. So when you start talking to a guy and he's not smashing yet, he's more willing to get to know you. He's more willing to overlook things. He's more willing to just really be open with you than if he smashed right away. So that's just the information on that. Hopefully I was able to help you. Once again, it's your man Chazz Ellis. Look out for my Kickstarter campaign that's coming out. It's going to be the Chazz Ellis Project on Kickstarter.com. I'm going to tell you more about it as the time gets closer, and you guys can all support that, and I hope you do. That's going to be a cool, it's going to be like a web series. It's going to have skits and all kind of stuff on it. It's going to be dope. It's also going to be a website where it'll be a little bit easier for everybody to get a hold of everything I'm doing. So, hit me up on that. Once again, if you have questions, hit me up on As Chazz Ellis on Facebook.com. Hit me with some questions in the inbox. They can be private. You don't have to tell everybody. Hit me up on that. Like and subscribe. Peace.